Hi guys, it's Carrie Lee with Soma Chandra Libra and Soma Chandra Tarot. I just wanted to say hi to you guys for a minute and make a few quick announcements. Sorry I don't look so great here today. This is normally what I look like most days, which is why I don't put my face on camera because I don't like to brush my hair or wear makeup, and I'm wearing pants, thankfully. So I just wanted to give you guys some information. I've been getting a lot of questions. Sorry, I've got my foot on a wire here. I've been getting a lot of questions and emails about scheduling with me and people being confused a little bit by the process. So I just wanted to answer some of those questions for you, because when you go to the website, I use Acuity Scheduling, but it can be a little overwhelming. And even though I put all the information that you need to know about getting a reading from me on the website, when you're scheduling, sometimes people still miss it. So I figured making a short video about it would help. First of all, I do all of my readings via voice call, and I use either the phone number you provide, or I'll use Zoom if you're outside of the United States or Canada. I never do video or face-to-face calls. I do all of my readings via voice call. The reason for this is because I can concentrate so much better if I can just hear your voice and you hear mine. Also, I have found over the years that when I do live face-to-face, my clients won't let me go. They won't let me go. They'll keep me on the phone, on that video chat for hours if I let them. And I know people don't mean to do that. And it's probably my fault a little bit too, because I'm a talker. So I'm able to be more concise with my readings when I do them via voice call, and I can concentrate better. I really just want to hear your voice and let you hear mine. And I just encourage you to take notes. I'll tell you every single solitary card that drops out. So no, you don't get to see them like you do on YouTube, but I will tell you every single card that comes out and my interpretations of those cards based on downloads and the meanings of the cards as I know them. If you are outside of the United States or outside of Canada, I will use Zoom to contact you. And I will use the email that you provide to me when you schedule the reading to find you on Zoom. Please do not wait until 5 minutes before your scheduled reading with me to set up a Zoom account and figure out your account. I need you to do all of that prior to the day of your reading, so that when I look through my list for the week, I always look and see who my international clients are, who's outside of the US or Canada. I will use the email you provide me and I will send you a contact invite. This is not the same as a meeting ID. I found the meeting IDs to be really confusing for people, and they kind of confuse me too. My kids have to set up all my tech stuff for me. I'm not very tech savvy, and sometimes my clients get a little confused by it. So on Zoom, it's very similar to sending someone a friend request on Facebook or Instagram. I will use your email. I will send you an invite. Just go into your contact list on Zoom and you will see a request from me. Just accept the request. You can send me a little message, "Hi, I got your request, I'm here," and then have your Zoom account open. And I will call you via a voice call on Zoom at the time of our reading. I can't stress enough, please don't wait until 5 or 10 minutes before you're supposed to have your reading with me to set up your Zoom account and figure it out. Because what ends up happening is it took me a while to figure out the app as well. It eats into the reading. And once it's gone 15 to 20 minutes past the scheduled time of your reading, at that point we're scrubbed and I have to have you reschedule, because I am on a very, very tight schedule during the day. So it's really important that you get your Zoom account set up and you're all set up and we've connected on Zoom before the time of your reading. That way I can just call you and it's easy. And again, I can't stress enough, if we use Zoom to do your reading, I will use the email that you provide me when you schedule your appointment with me. So if you're outside of the US or Canada, double check and make sure the email address you leave me is it's the email address that's associated with your Zoom account. I will send you an email to let you know I've sent you the invite on Zoom to be contacts, to be mutual friends or contacts on Zoom. I'll double check and make sure you've got it. I just need that all set up prior to the scheduled time of your reading. If some of my clients are 14 hours away from me, so if you find that you cannot get a reading with me that's at a normal hour for you because I'm on the East Coast of the US and you might be in Australia or New Zealand or you're in Japan or China. If you can't find a suitable time during the day or evening for you, just shoot me an email and I will try to work with you. Once in a while, I'll go through my list and I'll see that I was reading for someone the other day, I can't remember where they were, but I noticed they scheduled their reading for 3 a.m. in the morning their time, but it was 7 p.m. for me. So I had to email them and say, no, don't do that. That's crazy. I don't want you getting a tarot reading at 3 a.m. your time. I'll try to work with you. But I'm pretty staunch about my schedule. I do 3 to 4 readings a day. And no, I don't do emergency readings. No, I will not bump you up on the list. There is a waiting list. People email me every day and say, will you read for me sooner? My answer is no. And no is a complete sentence. I'm a single mother. I have 2 children. This is my full-time job, but I have a whole life outside of this. So I can't make any allowances or exceptions for you. So unfortunately, no emergency readings. No, I do not do freebies. I do not do 3-card spreads. And also I get a lot of requests at least 3 or 4 times a week. Will you do a 30-minute recording reading for me? The answer to that is also no. I do not do recorded readings. I do not do 30-minute readings. I need a whole hour with you. The universe really wants to connect with you, and I want to connect with you too. And the readings are so much better and so much more fluid and so much more personal when we can hear each other's voices. Because I'm not a computer or a wizard, and if I get a lot of court cards that's showing up, I use this example a lot. I'll say to a client, tell me the cast of characters in your life. Let's say King of Pentacles comes out. That could be your husband. That could be your father. That could be your neighbor. That could be your boss, your brother. Hell, that King of Pentacles could be you. I need to know who people are when court cards show up in the reading. So that's one of the main reasons I talk to my client, and it gives you a chance to ask very focused and specific questions. I also need you guys to know that when you schedule a reading with me, recording the reading is strictly prohibited under penalty of law. What that means is, no, you may not record my readings. This has bitten me in the ass before. That is to protect both my privacy and yours. So no, you may not record my reading. And I have sought legal action twice in the last 10 years for people recording a reading without my permission and using my voice and without my knowledge. So I cannot allow you to record the readings. It's so much better if you take notes. It really is. I take notes of your readings that you have with me. All of you have a chart. I take notes during a personal reading that I give to you, and I record everything that came out in the reading, as much of it as possible, so that when I go to read for you again, I can recap and look at what happened last time. I do about 100 readings a month, you guys, between 2 channels and private readings, so I forget. So I take notes too, and it really helps. They're really important. Let me see what else. Yeah. So also, this doesn't happen a lot, but it's been happening recently. So I felt the need to talk to you guys about it. When you get a private reading from me, please be in a calm, quiet place and not performing a secondary activity during the reading. Please don't be driving during the reading. I will wait and I will ask you to pull over and park so that you're quiet and not distracted. So please don't be driving. Please don't be eating. That's gross and it's rude. I don't eat during your tarot reading, so I prefer that you not as well. Please do not be doing dishes. Sometimes we have dogs and kids and stuff like that. That's okay. That's normal life and that happens. I need you to be in a calm, quiet place. Of course, if you're a smoker, you can go outside and smoke and drink your coffee. I vape and drink coffee during tarot readings as well. That's okay. If you're a pacer and you want to pace around, that's okay too. Whatever you need to do to feel comfortable. I just need you to be not doing anything else during the reading because it's really, really distracting to me. Doesn't happen often, but it does happen sometimes. And if you can't discipline yourself to do that, I'll just stop the reading, or I will patiently wait until you pull over and park or you finish the dishes. You know, I'm providing you a service and you're getting my undivided attention. So I need your undivided attention too. If you give me all of you, I'm going to give you all of me. That's really important. Another thing I need to ask you guys is, I haven't made this very clear. I've been making it a recommendation, and now I need to be more direct about it. Please do not schedule more than 3 to 4 readings a year with me. This is not a request. This is actually a rule of mine. I want all of you to feel confident. I want readings to make you feel empowered and like you can trust yourself. And I want your readings to be affirming. I don't want you to use tarot readings as a way to make your decisions in life. So it's important to just allow energy to unfold. I disapprove of getting reading after reading after reading after reading after reading. Other readers will tell you differently. Other readers will read for you every 2 weeks. They'll take your money. They'll take your money. And I don't want you to do that. I would rather you just wait for the energy to change and unfold, you guys. I would rather you just wait 12 to 14 weeks between your readings. To do otherwise suggests that I have clients that come to me and they've seen 3 other tarot readers in the last 2 months. Well, that tells me one of 2 things. Maybe the other readers you saw, you just didn't think were very good and you didn't trust them. I get that, and I hope that the reading you have with me will be the one that will really help you feel satisfied that you got good answers and that you trust me. But oftentimes what that means is the client just isn't getting the answer that they want to hear. And sometimes people can become a little bit addicted to getting psychic readings. I firmly believe that you really only need a few a year. We are not meant to live and die by a psychic tarot reading. It's meant to guide you and be enlightening. So I ask that if you are one of my clients, that you only come to me every 3 to 5 months-ish, you know, just a few times a year. It's like a checkup. It's like a checkup from the doctor's office. And it's important to not cling to a reader in that way. If you feel like you need that much support, it might be better to schedule an emotion-focused support counseling session with me. I can provide you some support and help you get in touch with your feelings. Perhaps it would be better if you went and saw another counselor or a counselor of some kind. Tarot readings are not meant to be repeated over and over and over again. And if you have had a reading in less than a month, if it's been less than 4 weeks since your last reading with me, I will send you your money back and call you and say, hey, what's going on? I thought we talked about this. You really need to wait a couple more months, okay? Did you want to talk about a different subject matter this time? Let's figure out what's going on here. I really am going to try to push you to wait a few more months. If you have had a reading from another psychic within the last 4 weeks of scheduling with me, I will absolutely address that before I even begin to read for you. I will ask you what your motivations are to get another reading. This is not to make you feel guilty or insecure or put you on the spot, but I want you and I both to get to the bottom of why you feel the need to have reading after reading after reading. I want you to trust yourself. I really do. You really need less tarot readings a year than you think you do. And I read for you here every week, right here, right? I want to give you as much support as possible without you using it as a crutch. You don't need a crutch. You're all so psychic. You're all so intuitive. Trust your intuition. But with me, you only get 3 readings a year. And sometimes I have to put a block on a client so that if they can't sit on their own hands, I'm going to have to put my foot down and say, nope, you got to wait a couple more months, okay? Just be patient. Let the energy unfold. That's really important. I also feel the need, you guys, real quick, to reaffirm some of my rules. I put it right on my website, but sometimes it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen all the time, but it happens more often than I would like it to. So I really want to be clear with you guys about something. I disapprove of and will not allow you to psychically stalk another person. My readings are about you and for you. If let's say you're in a relationship with a person, or you're married to them, or your kids are involved. My clients that I've already read for will tell you firsthand that I will absolutely look at the energy of the people around you. And if the universe wants you to know the answers to some questions you have about some people in your life, the universe will usually, before you even ask the question, I'll have cards come out about that person. If the universe feels you need to know something about someone, it will usually tell you. But I have clients once in a while ask me some really inappropriate questions about things that aren't their business. I'll give you some examples. Is my ex having a baby with his new girlfriend? Can I find that out? I sure can. Am I going to? No. Am I going to tell you? Absolutely not. Why? Because that's not your business. You can use Facebook or a private investigator to find that information out. If you are dating a guy that's on again, off again, and he's kind of a player, that's going to come out in the reading. Please don't ask me to tell you the zodiac sign of the other girl he's dating or whether or not he's happy with her. The point I'm making is there are some things that while you're dying to know the answer to them, some of the questions that some people ask, it's just not their business to know the answer to those questions. So I just need you to know that there are some questions that I will not answer for you because it's unethical of me. Again, I can't stress enough, my readings are for you. They're about you. They're not about that other person. So the question isn't always, is he cheating on me? It's usually, well, I can see evidence through the cards that he is cheating and you know he's cheating. I think the real question is, why are you spending $75 to find out the answer to a question that you already know the answer to, and why are you staying? Yeah, things like that happen. Instead of why is he or she the way they are, and how can I help them? I'm not reading for them. And we're not going to help you figure out how to help them. You're not a psychiatrist or their mommy or their daddy. It's not your job. The tarot reading you get from me is going to look more at why you're making the choices you're making in that relationship and where that comes from and what you can do to help yourself and heal yourself. Those are just some very specific examples of conversations I have with people several times a day on a daily basis, about 6 days a week. So to recap, my readings are about you and for you. I'm only going to dig into another person's energy as it is appropriate to the situation. If your ex is coming back, that'll show up in the reading. We'll focus more on why you still think he'll come back a year later and what that really means for you and how we can help you move on, okay? But I don't just do relationship readings, you guys. I do career readings. I do a lot of health readings. I look at families. I also read for animals. My favorite reading of all time was actually for a horse. Yes, for a horse in Kentucky. Best reading ever. I do read for animals and pets as well and your relationships with them. Loved ones that are deceased often come through. Sometimes I can intentionally connect to them. Sometimes I can't. I also think it's important to make a note of some of my personal beliefs about spirituality, as that for the record, I would like to state to all of you that I do not believe in the twin flame theory and I do not support it. Do I believe it's possible? I believe it's possible, but I think it is an idea that many people use to spiritually bypass and to give them an excuse or a reason to focus on or stay in a relationship that's probably not great for them. So you need to know that I don't believe in the twin flame theory. So don't ask me for a twin flame reading. I can't, I'm not going to put you down for it, but you just need to know that I don't believe in that. Also, a lot of people want me to hyper focus on their past life connection with a person. I believe that your past life relationship with someone is, for the most part, relatively irrelevant. Whether or not you knew a person in a past life might be cool to know, but it's not necessarily connected to who you and that person are in this lifetime, and it's not necessarily significant to the relationship you're having with them now. I recently had a woman come to me. She was actually local in town. I read for her face to face, and she described a horrible scenario to me about a relationship with a person that was really using her and taking advantage of her, and this person was a mess of a person, and she had seen several psychics before she came to see me, and the reading showed very clearly who this person was. Also showed that she was displaying some signs of codependency that stemmed from her childhood. That all came out in the reading, and she was very, very grateful, but she was very disappointed. And then she quickly said to me, "But I want to know more about our past life connection." Why? So you have a reason to rationalize and codependently stay addicted to someone that's using you? I don't give a shit about your past life connection with that person, and I don't think you should either. Yeah, that's how I feel about that. So I'm kind of a renegade when it comes to spirituality. Again, I can tell you if you've had a past life connection with someone, but I'm certainly not going to encourage you to use that as a reason to stay in a relationship that isn't good for you. We're going to focus on the relationship you're having with that person right here, right now, in this lifetime. And again, can't stress enough, kind of think that whole twin flame thing is bullshit and just gives people a fake spiritual reason to engage in a relationship that may or may not be good for them. And I want everyone to know that when they come to me for a reading. I'm not like a lot of other readers you see on YouTube. I'm a real light worker, and I cast light on the shadows and your shadows and the other shadows of another person that you might be missing. And I also want to cast light on the tiny embers and sparks of who you really are as a person, the untapped and undiscovered potential that's lying within you, waiting to come forward, like that Ace of Pentacles and that Ace of Wands. So we'll find the dark parts that need to be healed, and we'll find the light parts that need to be exposed and explored and amplified. I want to do all those things for you, but I can only do those things if you guys respect my boundaries and understand those things, and you can really focus and concentrate during the readings. So hopefully that explains some stuff to you. I'm just looking at any of my notes here. Thanks to all of you for being here. I want you guys to know real quick, I am working on content that's non-tarot related. Hopefully that'll be finished by next week. I will put out an announcement about that. In the community section a week or two ago, we talked about, I did a poll and said, what do you guys want to know about? Do you want to know about witness consciousness and mindfulness? Do you want to talk about wellness and nutrition more? Do you want to talk about how to free yourself from codependency? And overwhelmingly, and to my pleasant surprise, there was like a 75% interest in mindfulness and witness consciousness, which are kind of the same, but a little bit different. I have been working on content. I'm trying to condense it so that I can deliver it in about 20 minutes or less, because most people stop watching anything on YouTube if it's longer than 20 to 25 minutes. So I'm working on getting it done. I'm really excited to talk to you guys about that, because mindfulness and witness consciousness is a big part of my life. And I think it's one of the reasons I'm as happy as I am. And I'm looking forward to sharing that with you, that content with you. Okay, you guys, so hopefully this all helps you. Hopefully it gave you some information that you needed about me, my readings, and how they work. If you are new to the channel, welcome to the gang. Subscribe and hit the bell. This is Libra Nation. This is Sag Nation. Yes, I have another YouTube channel called Soma Chandra Tarot. I do read for all 12 zodiac signs every week, but this is our gang. Welcome to our squad. We'd love to have you. Okay, you guys, I'm going to get back to my private readings and I got to do some other stuff around the house. I am always listening to the universe for you. Thanks for being here with me. Thanks for being patient and listening. I really love you guys. I'll see you out there.